But I like that band.
They're so pretentious. How?
Tanner, that was pretentious. Let's talk about it on the show. Welcome to Bedroom Sessions. I'm Caleb.
Hey, it's Lucas.
What's up, guys? This is Tanner.
All right, today we're talking about something almost everyone in the world loves, and if you don't love it, what's wrong with you? We're talking about music today, guys.
You can't not love
Tims.
music because music is life, you know?
It's true.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, let's...
But first,
but yeah,
I want to lead off with our new segment, which is called
Cleaning Under the Bed, where we rant for just a good while and let you know what we're angry about. Let's do it. You better clean under the bed.
All right. My rant, I get to lead off because apparently I'm the most angry. That sounds right?
That's a true statement, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
I mean, because on the
I
way
agree,
over,
absolutely.
this lady took just a little too long for my liking, turning, and I just started screaming. So, yeah, I could say I'm angry.
I was there. I can confirm that.
But my thing that I want to clean up is I cannot stand, I'm sorry if any of you are out there, morning people. I don't know how you do it. I wake up, get ready for work. I don't want to be talked to until at least 15 minutes until after I've been to work. That means I wake up, got the time to wake up, got the time to get ready, got my commute, get to work, settle in, take my time. But people, what is the deal with people that just want to chat in the morning? I can't
Honestly,
stand it.
One of those persons is our father. And
That dude gets up at 4 a.m. and he's just like, Peppy wants
Yeah.
to hang. What is wrong with you, Dad?
so, like, Sunday mornings, whenever I have to get up to go to church at, like, 8 o'clock, I'm sitting there waiting to leave. Don't want to talk to anyone because I'm so tired. Dad wants to have a whole conversation. I don't get it.
Hey, son, let's talk about finances. Hey, Dad, how about you talk to me in about 4 hours when I can think?
Talk to me after lunch, Father, please.
Let's and people can attest to that I'll snap if I have not had the proper time because
It's true.
I have a friend at work and she always like we like have a love-hate relationship like where we'll mess around and be like, I can't stand you or whatever. And so she's always like, oh, you're not talking to me today? You're not my friend? And I'm like, haha, good one. But she did it at 8:15 or 8:30, like right after I got there. And I was like, are you kidding me? It's not even 9 o'clock. I'll be your friend then. And then just left. I know that's not the way to be,
Savage, dude.
but it's really hard not to want to yell because I'm like, please leave me alone until my eyes are open.
I don't know a ton of morning people. I'm definitely not one. Respect to
When
them,
was the
though.
last time you woke up in the AM, my dude?
Today,
No
he woke up
comment.
at 11
No
a.m.
Church Sundays.
He woke up at 11
Yeah.
a.m. Today.
You woke up at 11
did.
because you did have to
I did?
get up
Yeah,
and
'cause you had to- you
meet
had
for
to get
lunch.
up.
So
Hey! Today!
good for you, Lucas.
Yikes. Wow.
And this is just a PSA to all morning people. Maybe be aware that there are people like me.
And me.
Try and find other morning people to conversate with.
Because
Other people might just want to die a little bit.
when I wake up in the morning, my first thought is not, I can't wait to talk to people. It's, I can't wait to be back in bed. So
Absolutely.
I love all morning people, but I hate the way you behave in the mornings. So that is what I wanted to just clean up out from underneath my bed today.
Awesome. All right. Let's get into music.
Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo, music.
Skitty-bow. Why are we scatting now?
Because that's music.
That's music. All right.
The only form of music, the purest form of music is scatting. Ask Jason Mraz.
It's true. Jason Mraz will tell you that.
Well, he'll tell you like this. Yes.
Oh, man. Oh, that was Tanner's joke of the day, everyone. Man, that was good. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
let's just
Meta.
let's just start off talking. What kind of music do you like? What do you like to listen to? What are your favorite artists? Stuff like that.
I'll start it off.
Yeah,
Sure.
go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just a lot of everything. When I was a younger dude, I know me and Caleb did not have any music taste at all. We would listen to Drake, and I don't really have no idea, just whatever my brothers were listening to. We didn't know what to listen to.
Alex,
then-
your brother was the biggest Drake fan I think I've ever met. The dude
Had
had
the underground Drake,
yeah.
new Drake, old Drake.
Oh, he's like, you love that Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, man? That's my jam.
Yeah, he used to play that on guitar.
I
sometimes.
know he did, yeah.
But then we started growing up, and I went through, the teeny bopper, not really a teeny bopper, like teen emo phase. I think did a lot of like Mayday Parade, Go Radio, other things like that, and then I started.
That's even more emo than
Yeah.
I thought you were going
Yeah,
to
no,
say.
I no
I
emo.
was gonna say like Reliant K was his most emo.
No,
band.
nah, Reliant K was another thing we listened to in middle school. But and then started listening to City and Color, John Mayer, and then just quintessential white guy stuff, Coldplay. Kind of had Coldplay in there. But just all around a lot of stuff, pretty chill music. That's pretty much it.
So you sound like one of those girls on Instagram. Listens to everything but country. Loves rap.
Not anymore. No.
Not anymore.
Oh,
No.
man.
That's what I can't judge because I'm gonna say I don't like country. Not
Drake
that
is
it's
my favorite.
country's bad. It's just
Yeah,
I'm not
I
saying
don't.
that country's bad. It's just it's not
I
for
personally
me.
don't like music, country, but my father made a good point that they tell good stories. Usually, sometimes some country music can tell really good stories.
Darius
other-
Rucker Wagon Wheel. That is
Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel.
that is Hootie knows how to sing. Did you guys know that was Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish? Darius Rucker? Yeah.
I did not know that.
But I'm kind of the same way as you. I listen to a lot of rap and things because it was like, hey, this is bad music or whatever. And so I'd listen to like Lil Wayne and think it was so cool. Like if I remembered my password to my MySpace profile
Oh,
and
yeah.
looked at the music, it would be so cringy because I know it'd be like Rick Ross and just like old Drake and
So-
old Lil Wayne. And some people, you know what? That's your jam. That's not my jam.
Truth.
I
Yeah,
still
I
like
can't
some
feel
rap, like Childish Gambino and anything Andre 3000 does, because I think he's the best rapper, in my opinion. I think he's intelligent, because I loved Outkast as a kid. Like, that was the
Yeah.
first... I remember...
Hey, no,
I went through a big Eminem phase too.
I remember like Outkast was the first like music video I ever saw was what is it? Roses, Shake It Like a Polaroid Picture. I can't remember the name of the song right now. But where Andre
Hey,
3000 plays himself and then he's like his backup singers. And I just remember, hey y'all. I don't know why I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I just said it.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, maybe not mumble next time.
Yeah, I mumbled real hard.
But I like those. I like Frank Ocean, more his like Channel Orange. That the old stuff is kind of different. But I'm like you said, you went through your teen emo phase.
Yeah.
My teen emo phase never left, apparently, because I've always and will forever always love Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco,
Sure.
the 1975. I know they're more new,
They're
and
new.
so I was kind of not a
Very
teenager.
punkish, bro.
They're very
They're more
I said,
poppy.
let's just do
Well,
some
nice,
dancing,
mate.
but
They're a lot more poppy than.
yeah,
Good
then
politics, let's do some dancing.
they're less emo than what Panic
Yeah.
and Panic's and Fall Out Boy are a lot less emo than they used to be.
Panic at the Disco is good.
I like 21 Pilots. Their music is I personally enjoy it, and that's usually what I jam to now. Sometimes it helps to go to a concert and have a different opening band that you've never heard of,
Absolutely.
because
you
it
just
may
discover
change
people?
your life.
Yeah.
Same motel.
Same Motel,
Yeah.
like Caleb's probably going to talk about them.
Yeah.
But for me, Pale Waves,
Oh my goodness.
like we saw them
the
in
female
I enjoy-
1975. Everybody.
we saw them in concert, and we were like, this is kind of not good. And I was like, but I kind of want to listen to it again. And so we pull up like the one song you can find, and There's a Honey. That's what it's called. Go check them out on SoundCloud.
Oh my god.
Pre-plug Friday, but it's
There you go.
Tuesday.
Not if you released it on Friday.
But I really like what they're doing. They're like a female version of the 1975. So,
That is exactly what they are.
but
can
it's
enjoy.
fun.
I can enjoy some pale waves.
Yeah.
So, what about you? I know because the three of us were such good friends, and I feel like our music tastes all rub off on each other.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we listen to a lot of the same
Yeah.
things.
It might-
So,
I forgot to add the oldies. I listen to a lot of oldies, like
Beach
Dean Martin,
Boys.
Frank Sinatra, Beach Boys, Dion and the Belmonts,
Oh my
Nat King
goodness.
Cole.
Dion and the Belmonts. That's
Dion and
fantastic.
the Belmonts, boy. Run Around Sue. That's my jam.
Oh my god.
I love.
Away from around
That's actually that's amazing. I love
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that.
Got to get the oldies in there. Sorry, go ahead, Gil.
My music taste story, I guess, is a lot like yours.
Story time.
Middle school, listened to a lot of rap. Went through a phase where I wanted to be a rapper. I don't think they ever went through that phase.
I wish we had a snippet to
Burns,
throw
dude,
out to the
Burnsies.
masses.
I got rid of all of those CDs. Yeah,
You burnt them, shot them into space to make sure no one could find them.
yeah. It was bad stuff. But
He ain't
now
lying, folks.
my first initial
There's
jump.
all of the Reliant K albums. Is what it was.
Oh my gosh. My first initial jump out of rap and all that stuff was you showing me Panic at the Disco for the first time.
Oh, thanks.
Tanner
Another
showing me.
thing, dude. You are a good brother, man.
That's what I
You're a
mean.
good brother.
Wow.
It's who you are.
No. No.
You introduced
Stop.
him to video
Stop.
games. You fixed
Stop.
his music taste.
Stop.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
so.
Oh
I
my
mean, I
goodness.
feel like our relationship, the way I was like, "Hey, man, listen to this music," and you're like, "Eh,"
Be better.
and then you listen to it and you're like,
This is pretty good.
"This is not that bad." My brother's not an idiot.
Because I remember being at my friend's house who I wanted to be a rapper with me.
Yeah.
And I was listening to, and he's like, "What are you listening to?" I was like, "That's Panic at the Disco." And he's like, "Oh, that's different." I was like, "Yeah, it's not Drake." So,
And no offense, Drake, you're a great guy.
Crying in the
Just-
shower.
and Lucas over there showed me City and Color, which is like my favorite artist of all time.
Dallas Green's
Love that guy.
man. He's good.
Does really good stuff. And I listen to a lot of John Mayer nowadays. His new album, Search for Everything, dope. Way to go, John Mayer.
1 and 2.
Good comeback. Good comeback.
One band neither of you like, but I enjoy thoroughly, is Paramore. I like Paramore.
That's so pretentious.
Hey man, that was pretentious.
uh,
I enjoy them. Their new
I
album
think
came
they're a
out.
good band. I just personally don't like them.
They're
Yeah,
good-
I'm not
yeah.
hating. Like, I don't hate them. It's not for me.
Their new album came out last Friday.
I mean, dude, after we get talking, I remember, oh, I should have said this. I should have said this. Foster the People. That's one of the ones. That's the first ever
You'll-
concert I saw.
I feel like this whole podcast will be like going back.
Oh,
and being
yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
that.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
It'll
Wait.
just happen. Just let it happen.
That's what Pumped Up Kicks. I was like, it was pretty weird, but
Pretty
pretty
dark
good.
song. Pretty dark song.
Yeah.
But back to what you said earlier about going to see live shows and see openers. Saint Motel, we saw them whenever we saw Panic at the Disco,
Wow.
and they are incredible.
Yeah, that's what I had first.
I would have never heard of them unless
Probably not.
I'm talking, Tanner. Whoa. Anyway, I would have never heard of them if we hadn't gone to that concert, and they're really good. What am I?
Yeah, that's what I like them a lot. I heard one song on FIFA, like the video game.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is funky. I like this one a lot. And then I'm like, looking them up before we go and see them, and I'm like, holy smokes, that's that band from
FIFA.
FIFA. And they're a lot of fun to watch live, and their music is just kind of fun.
Yeah,
and
it's really cool.
It's funny how those bands like that you wouldn't know very well. I don't know if I could walk up to somebody and be like, you know, the 1975, but you could be like, oh, I know that one song on 2K17, or I know that one
sound,
song
yeah.
on FIFA.
That's the way my sister is. She's like,
Yeah.
oh, I know the sound, or I know
Getting small.
Death of a Bachelor.
Yeah,
or,
getting small little
Yeah.
breaks right there. Yeah.
We all really enjoy the same type of music
yeah.
and
I-
other
we all have
Yeah.
our different like little things that we like
Yeah.
that are different from everybody else. Like
Yeah.
What do you like
Big
that we don't like, Tanner?
mine would be Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
I just
Probably.
he has one of the more interesting voices that I've heard, and his music is fantastic. It's he works hard on it, and you can tell. Another one, I mean, it's different, but I like it a lot, and so another one that I know you guys probably don't like, and I can't say that I'm a huge fan right now, but I miss the old Kanye when I was into rap. Because what he does, I know it's Kanye and the dude's kind of off the deep end as
Hey,
a person, but that's
that
what the
is $60
Kardashians do to people.
That's true.
But the way he composes is actually really interesting and really good.
I think I'd agree with that.
But
Kanye's,
like 808 and Heartbeat, that album was like an experiment with what you can make vocals sound like instruments, and
Yep.
I just think because he's Kanye the character, Kanye the idiot,
The God.
Kanye the
sell
quote
$60
unquote.
Yeah, he's-
plain T-shirts. Yeah.
Yeah, it's people can't remember that. Hey, this guy actually
Stay in your lane.
is kind of smart, but
Uh-huh.
musically smart, not.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of out there.
Yeah, he's a little. I think somebody said it. Like Kanye's a genius, but the problem with Kanye is that he knows that
He
he's
knows
a
that he's a
Yeah.
genius, and
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
Same with LeVar Ball. He knows he's a genius.
Stay in your lane.
Lucas, you listen to a lot of people that no one really knows of because you like to really search for music.
Yeah. So I have a lot of my brother, my oldest brother Anthony, is really good at
Great guy.
Great guy. He's
Good
really
guy,
good
love
at just
that guy.
like sending me random music.
Quick shout out to Anthony. Congratulations on your recent engagement, man.
There you go, Anthony.
Sorry, what were you saying? He's a really good.
He's really good at just sending me just like tunes that I've like never heard, and just like small people that like I like love. So the other day he sends me this guy Andrew Bell, a few songs. Sends me his EP. Only has I don't know, a couple 100,000 views, but that's not a lot in the like the grand scheme of things. But him, Aquilo, a really small known band.
I like Aquilo because you showed me Aquilo.
Aquilo is
Aquilo and the Bee.
Aquilo is a duo that makes, I think their music videos are probably top tier, and their music is super emotional. So just good at finding little known stuff like that. It's super great.
Fun fact: while we're talking about this music thing,
Yeah.
me and Lucas do this music duo type thing. We're just gonna plug it in real
Plug. We make music.
quick. Yeah,
Haven't released anything in like a year, but that's besides
Yeah.
the point.
we have one song on YouTube. It's pretty good.
You should go look it up.
Using podcast to plug our music. Tanner feels so left out.
No, I'm just cringing at the awkwardness that is that plug. Anything but seamless, right then, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I just wanted everyone to know that we do other things other than this.
Yeah, me and Caleb dabble in the
I
music
dabble.
No
You play
music
guitar,
category.
man? I dabble.
I dabble.
We'll save that for the awkward moments episode, buddy.
All right, so
Speaking of
Yeah.
concerts and stuff like that, so hypothetical question, guys. If you could have one front row ticket to any concert, band, whatever, past or present, front row, free, no charge, who would you guys see? Caleb?
I think I'm picking an unpopular kind of opinion for like the public eye or whatever, but I would go see Panic at the Disco live in Denver before their whole band broke up, where all the original members are still there, just because they filmed that and I can go back and watch it.
But to be able to
be
like
able to be
live
there.
that tour,
Yeah.
that first like huge tour would
Those
be
first couple
amazing.
Albums would be really cool because they don't hardly play any of that music anymore.
Yeah. I think it's really cool because I can watch it, but I still don't get the feeling of actually being there and like watching it live happen right in front of me.
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
It's crazy to think that back then they were teenagers.
yeah,
Just teenagers from Las Vegas, and they put on such a fun show, and that's really a fever you can't sweat out is their first album that they did this tour live in Denver and the tour
And
along with it
this is like-
along, and that is prime Panic.
that's like right whenever they released that song, All Right, Sins Not Tragedies, and their popularity level just like shot up out of the roof, and they just became so popular, and they were able to pull out this big show, and,
And-
they were able to film it and make a movie out of it, and I
Yeah.
thought that was really cool.
And that's what another thing is, like, they were on the rise, and so they put on a great show now, but it's the original four, and it's just
That's
so
what-
much
yeah.
energy
So
and
Yeah.
so much fun.
what do they do like during the show that is? Because I haven't seen
Okay,
the Denver,
well,
so
they have
explain
like
to me that some of the stuff that they do.
You listen to the album, just recorded version, and you hear all these different parts that only like Brendan is singing, and then on the live version you have Ryan Ross helping him out and singing those other parts and having like a full band and doing it live, and like
Right.
the dynamic that they all have.
yeah,
It just creates like this really cool atmosphere, and like I want to listen to this more.
and also it's like a non-stop in your face type of concert.
Yeah.
because that album wasn't really slow at any point.
Never really.
And so, and they had a bunch of, it's like circus themed. So
yeah, they had a bunch of stage actors
stage
and
like a contortionist and
Yeah, yeah.
clowns and stuff
Oh,
like that,
geez.
and it sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I remember the cover art.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah, kinda
I mean,
you
it
get
was
it- you get it.
it was
ridiculous.
just really
Yeah.
theatrical, and
Yeah.
it was really cool.
And honestly, I had never heard the song "Karma Police" by the Radiohead.
But the way
This
they
is
did
a
that,
song called "Karma Police" by the Radiohead.
but the way they covered that
Nice.
song made me love that song. And I went to go find the original version, hated the original version.
And I was like, how do you make this song into this other song? And oh man, it's just
it's really good.
that might be. I was gonna say that might be my favorite song from that concert set, but I don't know. Time to Dance is
But
probably.
I would definitely be there, front row, in the pit or whatever, right
Yeah.
there,
that would
right
be
in front of them.
amazing.
That would be really cool
like,
to me.
Yeah,
especially because that came out what 2003. Around then, I'm that's a guesstimate, but
I don't know.
that was a long time ago, and back then that was like when I was peak middle school.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
would've been-
that's when I was the most angsty
5, I don't know.
of a teen, an emo teen. I never like
Oh, John, yeah, I
like
gotcha.
took on the emo persona, but I definitely was like, this is emotional and this song's weird like me.
Exactly, man. I relate to it. It's all
Yeah.
weird.
But it's like that's honestly one of my favorite albums because it flows like when you listen to it, it flows so
yeah.
well together.
Everything is connected, and whatever is going on, they all
Yeah.
connect. Came out in 2005, by the way,
2005. Okay,
so you weren't far off.
more recent
Yeah.
than I thought. So yeah, that would have been right when I'm like in middle school. The beef of it,
Yeah,
and so
I couldn't listen to that music whenever I was that age. Mm-mm.
because
Couldn't
you
do
were
it.
4 years younger than me, and so
Yes, yes, yes.
an elementary school kid. But that's what I think that might be outside of the now. That's what I call music albums. That might be the first album I ever purchased.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with you. That would be honestly such a very cool concert experience.
truth.
Lucas, let's move on to you. What would be your perfect
Um,
concert?
It's funny. We were actually in the car, and me and you were talking about it today.
So you're listening to that
we were
album.
listening to that album of John Mayer, Continuum, Nokia Theater, live in L.A.
Yeah.
I would go to that because that was John Mayer's prime before he had throat surgery. I mean, he's still a good singer, but he was like, that was
He
prime
was-
John Mayer before he went country and
He was belting out stuff.
Dude, that was-
he was doing really good.
He was a lot more blues and jazz influenced back then, rather
yeah.
than I don't know what influence he's drawing from these days, but
I would more for like the acoustic solo stuff, going and watching him play that and just like doing that, but seeing him shred on guitar would just be just as fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially when it heavily featured any of the songs from Room for Squares, which
oh yeah,
is such a
Favorite, yeah.
good. It's like a raw album
Mm-hmm.
that he put out, and that was the first one I remember. I'm sure he's got like an EP or something before
Yeah,
that, but
that was like his first like official
album, and I remember Neon,
no,
Georgia,
in-
No such thing.
My Stupid Mouth is honestly my
Yeah.
theme song.
So the first
So-
song at the Nokia Live in LA is Neon, and he just goes on this
does-
tangent with the guitar
He
in the
does this
beginning,
cool acoustic guitar intro right into Neon, and it's like so different. Yet he just goes like right back into it. And
Yeah,
it's really cool.
It's like he's just playing. You're like, okay, I came to a John Mayer concert. What is this? And then it's just like cool, and you're like, wow, this is awesome. And then it's just right into a song that you know, and you're like, whoa,
Yeah, and what I
mind blown.
think is really cool about John Mayer is that tour and the tour he's doing now. He
Mhm.
did acoustic set by himself.
Yep.
And then he did the John Mayer trio.
Yep.
And then he did full band. And like I think only John Mayer could do that, like being his two opening acts and then him being the main act.
Yeah.
I
That's
just
so
think-
impressive. Like
I just
nobody
think
else
that's so
does that.
cool.
Is he?
Hey, I am the entire show. I mean, he
Yeah,
does say
he's-
he's an egomaniac, but
Yeah.
that he can do it.
he
He can absolutely do the whole show.
He can carry a whole show.
Oh, absolutely. I love the way that dude can just belt out music. You know,
It's
Yeah.
really good.
it's
His country albums, that's another conversation, but that's
mean-
that's the show that I picked live at Nokia Theater. In
I didn't
LA.
completely hate his country albums.
Like there's like one or two songs that I would probably listen to in there, but the rest of them, it's just not the same. Like you go back and listen to Continuum to like Paradise Valley or something like that.
Yeah, but yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
I get it.
like we were just saying, country. There's probably cool stories in there and stuff, but just not big country fans.
But his new album he just released, like The Search for Everything.
Dude,
it's,
It's
that
very,
is fantastic.
it's
It's
a
a
mix
return
of-
to form.
it's a mix of both, though.
it is a mix of both.
the
Yeah.
country that he's been doing and going back to Continuum, and
Because
it's just really
you
cool.
listen to Love on the Weekend, and I'm getting like Taylor Swift vibes, but it's John Mayer, so I'm okay with it. But
Much
then you
more
listen,
okay with it.
if I still feel like your man, and then you're like, ooh, Continuum,
Yeah,
let's go.
it's really cool.
Have you seen the music video for that?
It's
Yeah,
weird.
it's really weird.
Has it
What
got
is with
the,
the
John,
the
what are you
panda?
doing, man?
How did they train that panda to dance, man?
All right, yeah.
Groovy.
So Tanner, what is your ideal concert?
I think if I had a ticket, free ticket, first row, anybody past or present, I gotta choose Queen.
Mm.
Like,
Classic.
I mean,
You can see Queen now with Adam Lambert.
I did not say Queen now. I said classic Queen because Freddie Mercury is one of the best vocalists of all time.
By far, yep.
And he's
It's good.
like a lot of people know him for Bohemian Rhapsody,
Mm-hmm.
but all their music, it's like We Will Rock You, and like there's so many good hits that
We Are
they've
the
had.
champions.
Yeah, it's just another one bites the dust. Fat Bottom Girls.
Bottom girls,
I mean,
you
the-
make the rockin' world go round.
Yeah, like they had so many hits and so
like that
many
too.
great songs,
I like that.
and that's what they gave for being like one of the greatest bands of history. You know, that you think about, like they gave fantastic live shows. That's
Yeah.
I
That's
feel they're like one of those bands in a generation that like affects a lot of other bands.
right.
So you talk to a Panic at
Yeah.
the Disco, he would instantly say that
Freddie
his
Mercury.
inspiration would be Queen.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury and what Queen did for music and changed rock music is huge and vital now. I mean, Bohemian Rhapsody might be one of the best songs
Ever.
or most influential songs.
You don't
ever.
hear that
written.
song and not try to sing along. I don't care
Oh,
who
yeah.
you are.
I don't-
Like even if you don't know the words, which you should. I don't know if I know all the words. I'm just gonna throw that out there, but
I don't.
you try and sing along no matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's and you just make it up as you go because it's a
Whenever-
fun song to scream. You know,
And whenever it gets to that guitar riff, everyone's gonna be banging their head. Everyone.
It's just, and that's what another thing. Freddie Mercury's vocals went along with the music, like the instruments and everything, so well, and it's just. No offense to Adam Lambert, he's a great vocalist too, but he's not Freddie Mercury.
No, he's
Yeah,
not
that's
Freddie
true.
Mercury.
So I mean,
I almost said Freddie Krueger a second ago. I'm gonna be honest with
he's
you.
not Freddie Krueger. You would not be wrong if you said he's
Yeah,
not Freddie Krueger.
Yeah, I saved myself.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Preface.
Oh my
So-
god.
So, with us talking about concerts and in light of Monday's tragic event in Manchester, this may not seem like the best time to have a conversation about concert experiences and dream concerts, but we as a group and a podcast just wanted to preface this next section talking more about concerts with our condolences to the victims of
Manchester.
the bombing in Manchester, and just we're not taking any light of the situation. It's just what we scheduled to talk about. So
we planned it, and we talked about we're not going to let terrorists stop.
that's
this
exactly
podcast.
what they want us to do: is not have
Bunch
a
of evil
podcast.
losers.
Yeah, they're a bunch of evil losers. They didn't want. That's what terrorists want: is us to not talk about concerts in Caleb's bedroom, and
Yes.
we're not going to let the
We're not gonna
terrorists
let
win.
them stop
They know
us.
about us.
They know about us and they hate us
They
I
do.
because we're free to talk about.
Whatever we want.
Yes.
All right. Well,
America.
So we're gonna talk now about our concert experiences and
Yes.
the more interesting things we've seen and done and shows we've gone to and all that jazz.
Right.
So
before we start, let's just go ahead and say that we three have been to 2 concerts in the past 3 months together.
Right.
And we saw Panic at the Disco in March and 1975 in April.
yes, and one experience was exponentially better than the other,
Absolutely.
but that is very
yes.
dependent on the fact that we had second row tickets
Yes,
for the
pretty much.
1975.
Yes.
So
like right next to the
Right
stage.
next
You
to
could
the
wave
stage.
at Matt, the dude in front of me.
the dude
hockey
in front
shirt
of us
guy.
got called out by.
He was like, "Hey, hockey shirt
if
guy."
they hadn't showed up ever, because they hadn't shown up to like halfway through the
It
show,
would've been us.
it would have
would've
been me.
He would have pointed at you and be like,
Guy in the blue shirt, blue button up.
Cute tubby, cute tubby guy in the button up. I love you.
That's me.
You would have left and bought some flowers like those people in the front
I'll be
row
right-
and
I'll
like
be right
tossed it
back.
at him.
Throw him at him.
So
He got decked by some flowers, man.
yeah, he did. He got right in the face. So let's talk about, I guess, the most recent one we've been to,
Okay,
the
sure.
1975.
Yep.
And so we had the best seats I think I've ever had to an event ever.
Wow. Yeah, you could see the soundboard, everything that they were doing on the soundboard, and just stage was
'Cause
like legitimately.
We
20
paid
feet
the
away.
exact same price that all the people in the pit did,
Mm-hmm.
except we showed up 30 minutes before doors opened and walked to our seat, no problem.
Just fine, yeah.
Yep.
And we were to the right of the stage, the second row, like basically eye level with the stage.
Yeah.
So it was honestly,
It was incredible seating. And
Yeah.
like,
thank you, the 1975, for having a pre-sale. That worked out. But
Yes.
a thing that I had never seen when we go to a concert, because I don't think I've seen one that's set like that, is a pit with just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people.
Dropping like
Dry-
flies,
Yeah.
dude.
And it's like,
yeah.
I get that it's hot. I was feeling great
So
because I had a
yeah,
chair.
we had the air conditioning was up by us, but that pit, I can only
We could-
imagine, dude.
we could see every time one person dropped, and
I think
The
the
first
funniest
time-
thing that ever happened in the existence
It
of my
wasn't-
life was Caleb being a negative person.
it wasn't the most appropriate thing to say, but this girl passed out, and they brought her like right in front of us, right to like they were down below us, but they were right in front of us, and I said, "Ooh, she needs some milk."
He said
She
it loud
needs
enough
some-
to where the people
Down there could
attending to her
definitely
could
hear
He
definitely see it.
rubbed his hands and did the boy thing. He was like,
she
"I
needs
need
She
some
needs
milk."
some, she needs some milk.
It definitely wasn't like my proudest moment, but that was hilarious.
But we saw
funny.
what do you think, like 10 to 20
Dude,
people
the first
pass
time
out?
The first time it happened, like that person was like they were messed up.
They
And
were slunk. They
I
were
was like,
not with
They
us.
were not moving. No.
No.
And then it happened like a couple more times, and I was like, "Is this like a common occurrence?" Like the funniest thing was this girl got through all of the starter bands, and I knew that she probably wanted to be there for 1975. Passed out immediately when they got there.
The
Yeah.
1975 came on,
They
did
came
the opening
on, she
song, the
passed out.
1975, and she is gone, and they haven't even hit the stage yet. It's
and
just
I
like,
don't know
oh,
how I don't know how you get back after that. I don't think you get back.
I don't think you do. That's what. Imagine paying $50, $100, whatever you pay to
Yeah.
get into the pit, and then it ends up being,
Passing
oh,
out.
you passed out and
Yep.
the concert's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Wow. Okay. I just don't think. That's why I don't really usually go for pit seats whenever I go to a concert. I'm glad you don't.
No,
You didn't like
no,
it either.
I'm trying to sit.
Why?
Like, if I don't
uh,
like the starter band, I'm not trying to stand up the whole time.
Why
I'm gonna be
stand
honest.
when you can sit in a closer spot?
I mean, you stand up for the
Yeah.
band that you want to. That's what we did.
Yeah.
Maybe the starter band, like Sam Motel, we're like, all right, we're kind of getting into this. Stood up for like the last couple songs.
Yeah.
But then what was this?
Mr. Wives, was
Mr.
the other
Wives
one.
came on, and we were like, we are not into this.
This is not
I'ma sit
our
down.
type of music. But another fun thing that happened at the 1975 was we had the pleasure
the
of
absolute
sitting behind
pleasure.
one of the worst human beings of all time, and he was so drunk, so inebriated.
all
Dude,
about.
Music 24/7, dude.
1975. That's the year my mom was born.
Like,
Those
he
are just
was-
some of the
dude.
things that guy said.
He was
With
trying-
plus a lot of
oh.
expletives in there. But
Yes.
he was like trying to ruin everyone's concert
He was
experience.
going around our entire section trying to give people high fives and get them to dance. I knew he stuck his hand in between us, like looking for a high five. I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, it was
You
he plunged
did.
it. He
I
plunged
saw
it
it.
directly in between us, and he did like the rocker
Rocks-
thing, and I was like, "Bro, is this guy gonna leave soon?
And then
This
I
is terrible."
I saw it. And I just like kind of made eye contact with you. I was like,
I didn't.
no.
I
was
don't
like,
know
am I
if I
gonna-
was looking at Caleb or I didn't miss it, but after that, you turned to me and was like, "Dude, I got this guy," and I was like, "It won't be hard. It will not be hard to
You
take
just
him
push
out."
him over and he was done.
Yeah.
His pregame must have been strong because I know he walked up with 2 drinks, and I was expecting that one was for somebody else. But,
Yeah.
like I saw him walk in.
He also walked in with his shirt completely on. By the
Yes.
end of the night,
It was
that
off.
shirt
Not
was
on.
off, and I don't know if he left with it.
And
I don't
about
know where
half-
it went.
About halfway through the concert, he decided to take a nap.
He took a
He
long
decided
nap.
to take an involuntary nap, i.e., he passed out from the alcohol.
And about
Oh,
like
yeah.
five songs from the end, security came up there and got him.
Yeah, they're like, I guess we should take care of this dude
his,
too.
his response was legendary though. He was just out and not his shirt off. He was done. Just security comes up there, wakes him up, and he just goes, "No, I was just napping."
It's like, no, you were not just
Security's
napping.
like, "No, we got to go check on you, buddy." And he's like, "No, dude, I was just napping, man."
He probably had a blood alcohol content level of like
Dude.
1, which is a lot.
Yeah. Our whole section was like looking back at him and we're like, "Boy, hoy."
That dude needed some milk pre-game.
he needs
That dude needs some milk.
Seriously.
But so the other concert that we saw recently, also we saw both of these at the.
I
Alan-
wasn't done.
Oh,
I'm
Tim.
sorry.
I just wanted to say, 1975 is the only time I ever like wanted to actually dance my entire life.
I absolutely did.
I
dance.
love dancing and I'm a fantastic dancer. I'd say if there's ever a need in the market for a fat dancer, call me because I have the role
He has the
down.
moves. Yes,
I
you
do have moves, but that's what I loved that
I'm jealous
concert
of
because it
that.
was so much fun just to hang out
It's
and dance
very-
and
very
just
energetic.
jam. You know,
Even in the slow songs, like the atmosphere didn't die down. You know.
yeah, the
No, you're still
atmosphere.
kind of you're always kind of jamming, and then like the songs that you knew and you knew all the words to, you're just like, "Yep, I'm gonna try and dance like Maddie and look like an absolute retard, but I'm gonna love every second of it."
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
10 out of 10 concert experience. That's 100,000%.
Yeah, a lot of
Almost
fun.
bought tickets for the show in Oklahoma the next night.
Mm-hmm.
So, because that was so much fun. So,
I was a little worried about the 1975 because I'd seen some videos of them not trying very much. Like you hear Maddie sing, and sometimes it's like, nah.
hey man, give that effort.
Hey man, like you're off key a little bit. But then, like, I was a little worried about it. Got there, wow.
Yeah, that's
Fantastic.
and it probably helped that it was the first night of the American leg of that tour.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Yeah.
were fresh and ready to go and ready to kill it. So, but we saw
Yeah.
this concert and the Panic at the Disco concert at the Allen Event Center, which is up in Allen, and it was really a nice place. I would definitely go
Yeah,
again.
they have a lot of stuff near it to where you can eat around there, but
Yeah.
not have to eat inside and pay at ridiculous prices.
Oh, dude, $30 for a pizza or something. For like a whole pizza.
Yeah. A Cece's
Oh,
pizza at
my
that.
goodness,
Not
we
even
went
good pizza.
Went to Pluckers, and that was expensive and terrible.
It wasn't bad.
I did not like mine, but
I didn't think
So
Pluckers
water
was
bottles
bad.
were like $7,
yeah, yeah.
and they made you put it in a
I forgot
styrofoam
that
cup.
that's the only thing. You're right. Is that I was like, what are you talking about? $30 pizza. Yeah, if you wanted to get a pizza inside the arena,
Absolutely.
$30-something, and it's CC's.
It might have been more than that.
Like I can get a buffet and have 30 pizzas for $5.99. I don't,
Yeah.
and not one pizza for 30. It's like, come on.
No thanks.
That's what, but everywhere you go, they're gonna overinflate prices once you get in there.
We were smart though. We would always eat before.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You eat before.
Now let's go back another concert and talk about the Panic at the Disco concert we all saw together.
Which was a fun, energetic show,
Yeah.
but it did not
we
help that
weren't-
we didn't have great
Yeah,
tickets.
We didn't have great seats, but other than that, it
Yeah.
was a good show. I loved it.
We talked about this. We thought if we were at the Panic at the Disco and had the seats that we had at 1975, it probably would have been.
much more fun.
It would have been.
Yeah,
they would have
we
been
would've-
close.
We would have had a lot of fun.
Because that's what Panic at the
I mean, I
Disco.
had a lot of
Brendan
fun.
Urie is super energetic
Yeah.
and
You try
fun.
and dance like
and-
Brendan Urie too.
Yeah.
Doesn't work for me.
Right. But the tickets that we did get were extremely close to when he plays the
Yes. the piano part.
piano and
This is
Which song did they
gospel.
play?
This is gospel.
That was
and
wow.
that was really cool. That,
was amazing.
The only time that like I was filming it with my phone, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to film this.
I want to live in this moment, dude.
I like.
The
I
memory.
hadn't thought of
yeah.
that before, but I was like, wow, I really actually just want to watch this. So I filmed like a minute of it for some. I knew some of my friends would want to see that and how close and how like awesome it looked. Like it comes out of the ground with the giant white piano. There's confetti. That's
and
like
it raises
just-
him up
yeah.
into the sky and back down, and it's just cool.
The lighting is working on the confetti. Just it's very cool.
I will say, whoever was the production guy for the show
Very good.
did a really good job.
They had
Because-
those light seats. You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about? Those
Oh
were
yeah,
really-
that,
that
was
was
crazy.
crazy.
So
go ahead.
So, like, what'd you say? 10 minutes before Panic at the Disco comes on,
Yeah.
and they've already gone through the 2 opening acts.
They
These
started going
ladders.
up,
They
started
there
going
at,
up
at the
during-
end of Mr. Wives.
Yeah.
The second
So-
opening act.
These dudes just are on these flimsy ladders, like you'd
That
see.
someone has to hold the bottom to
Like-
like make them.
Like,
It-
do you remember the Batman movie in the 1960s in the helicopter whenever he asked for shark repellent?
that is a better
That's-
ladder than what they had.
That's, yeah.
Yes.
It really is.
And so they have to crawl up into the ceiling to operate the spotlights.
But the how they do that is so weird because it's like a car seat facing sideways, and then the light
So
is
the-
in front of them, look down the stage. So
So
they're
we complained.
sideways.
We
Yeah.
complained about having to turn our necks,
These
but
dudes
these
have to
dudes are turning
operate
their live their
a camera. Yeah.
the whole
They have to
time.
operate a giant spotlight and follow Brendan or whoever the entire time.
Yeah. So that was
Scary
crazy.
job. Scary
Yeah.
job.
No, just I wouldn't have gone on the ladder, to be honest.
Another thing that at that concert that we were totally like
Oh, no.
I had to share it because it's so funny. So there was this couple in front of us, like they
to the
were
right, down on the floor.
We
down
had
on the,
Oh
we
my
were in the
goodness.
outer bowl like
Now I remember what he's
section
talking
on
about,
like the
yeah.
third or fourth row, and this couple was on the floor in their seats, and they were the weirdest people to look at.
Eh.
I don't know. It's not like an wow. This
mean-
looks like Sloth from the
I hope
Goonies.
they listen to this because
hope they do.
know the people that were like we would
Like-
look over there enough. We don't know why we kept
If-
looking over there,
if
but
I wasn't watching the stage, my eyes kept going to them.
Like it's
I
like
couldn't
it was.
stop looking at
It
them.
was like I don't know. I don't understand.
It was like a car crash, you know?
Where you don't wanna look.
but you look at it anyway.
You can't look
you
away.
slow down.
You can't stop
slow
looking.
down and you look.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know what, and it's like they just continued to dance like
They're-
nothing else mattered. And you know what? I admire the confidence, but it was still really
It was-
just
It was,
weird.
so weird,
yeah.
hilariously
They were a weird
weird.
couple.
But Panic at the Disco did a great job.
Yeah.
Whenever Panic at the Disco was on, I didn't look at them at all.
I didn't look at them
Because
but
I was watching Panic at the Disco.
But during the opening acts, especially Mr.
Mr.
Wives, I
Wives.
was like, "Ha! What are they doing?"
Yeah. Oh man, it's crazy. Well,
I totally remember that. Yeah.
Tanner, let's talk about a concert experience you've had without us, because I think those are the only two we've been to together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been to 2 other bigger concerts. If you don't want to include Jump 5 from when they came to our church that one time,
Manifest.
That was-
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
KJ52.
Let's just leave those out.
let's
of
pretend
this.
like those don't exist, okay?
Those are not real
But
concerts.
one for a friend's birthday, we went to see.
Girls.
Oh my
God.
goodness!
All right, let's just keep moving on.
Sorry, keep
We
going.
went to see Foster the People, which is
Oh, cool.
the one I was like, oh yeah, I love him.
Yeah.
Because that was a really interestingly strange, fun show because they had a bunch of like props, and it's if you've ever seen their first album cover, it's got a bunch of like drawn monsters that are kind of like what is that kid's book that they made a movie out of where the kid dresses in a onesie and has a crown on and they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna be friends with the monsters." That's how I'm sure he sounds.
I know what book you're talking about. I don't remember the name of it.
People are shouting at their phones while listening to this, yelling what the title is. But
Leave a
I'm not even gonna Google it.
I'm not
'cause
even- I
I'm
don't
gonna make
even-
everyone mad.
yeah.
No.
So that's what they had those, but they're like inflatables, like the arm flailing inflatable things that you see at a used car lot.
Right.
There were
Wacky
that
inflatable.
arm flailing 2-man, wacky inflatable arm flailing 2-man. Yeah, that's what they had. So it was like the visuals were cool, but the dude, when you listen to him on an album, he has like a really high pitched voice. When you listen to him live, he has the really high pitched voice. Yeah. And I was like, okay, that's impressive that you can hold that and sing like that. Because it was really cool. We went to the Verizon Theater, which is a really nice place here in Grand Prairie.
Yeah, I've been there.
And we sat. There's no bad spot in that concert hall. It's really all pretty good. So we had a little high up seats, but not high up because it's not like you're watching at the Cowboys Stadium or anything. So, but that was my first real experience with them. I had heard Pumped Up Kicks and what's the one with color on the walls.
I have no idea.
That's still Pumped Up Kicks. I don't know what I'm talking about. No, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'd only heard those two songs. I was like, oh, I like them. And then I went and saw them, and I was like, wow, that was amazing.
Cool. And
they had the girl open from, she sings that song with Gautier, the Somebody That I Used to Know.
She was bad.
I don't like her music.
Okay.
It was just not my jam.
Man,
Fair enough.
that was the jam of summer whenever that song came out, dude.
Oh, yeah. That's what, I would be
Fun.
hard pressed to.
You know what I'm talking about? Somebody that I used to know and Tonight.
Yeah.
Those two
I
songs
love
were
Fun.
wow.
That's a fun band. Fun's a fun band.
Fun is a
But-
fun band.
That was a lot of fun, especially going with one of my best friends, Keith. It was a cool time, and definitely some weird people, but that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
how you. They also, it was my first like official concert to go to, so I was like, is this commonplace? Because when you walk in, there were people at the door and they were checking your ticket, but then right after that, they had people and they were handing you safe sex kits.
Really?
Yeah,
That's weird.
I was like, is this one of those kind of concerts? I'm confused. Why am I receiving this? And it was just like, it was the weirdest thing. It's like,
That's weird.
Dude, I'm peeved.
Yeah.
We didn't get those at the City and Color concert, Caleb.
What the heck?
I've never gotten them since either. I was like,
no, that's
I've never gotten it other than that one time, and I was like, is this because it was my first one? I was like,
Yeah.
is this
Is
a
this
thing
how
that I'm
this
gonna get
goes?
every time? Because
Yeah.
that's
No.
weird. And so the other one I saw, which was also at Verizon Theater, was honestly one of the ones, like, if you could pick a dream lineup, for me, that would be this, because it was 21 Pilots, back when 21 Pilots was not 21
No one.
Pilots,
They were
the
n-
massive thing.
Yeah, they were no one back
They
then.
were just kind of just coming out, and because I had heard Holding On to You, and that was like
Yeah.
just getting big at that point. So they opened, and then Panic at the Disco followed them, and then Fall Out Boy on their reunion tour.
Yeah.
And that was an amazingly fun concert. Because 21 Pilots, even though nobody, like very few people knew them, they gave the same show that they give now.
Yeah.
They gave that high energy, hey, I'm going to run into the crowd. I don't care if no one's in their seat. I don't care if no one's heard me. I don't care. And I think that's what propelled them to where they are now, is that they
Yeah.
were, hey, this is who we are and this is who we're always going to be. Like us or don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
I heard like an interview where they used to play in bars, and the only way to get people's attention was to just be crazy and jump off of stuff and do backflips. And
yeah.
I think that's why they're so big.
He did the backflip when he didn't have to. Because, I mean, the pit was like halfway full. Like he jumped down in there and he was like,
Yeah.
And then he ran around like the entire auditorium singing.
Yeah.
It was like, these guys are something different and something cool.
Yeah.
So that was cool to see them before they took off.
Right.
And then another thing, Panic at the Disco, that was just as they had kind of
Just came back after
just
Vices
came back
and
after
Virtues.
Vices and Virtues, so it was Too Weird to Live.
Too Rare to Die.
Yeah. And so it was only 10 songs, but it was like 10. Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was like. I really want to see Panic at the Disco. Fall Out Boy is pretty cool with me, but I really want to see Panic at the Disco, and they were amazing.
Did you
Yeah.
dance at that concert too?
Yeah. The dudes next to me, it was like me and my girlfriend went. She was very sweet and got the tickets. Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
Love you.
Oh my gosh.
And so we sat on the King's Row, which is like a row by itself, so nobody's in front of you, so you can sit down if you want to.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I stood up because it's fun.
Yeah.
But these two dudes next to me, they were headbanging like they were at a Metallica concert to Panic at the Disco, and I was like, "You guys okay? Are you trying to get some water out of your ear?" That's what they looked like. That they had. They were just.
They just took a dip in the pool. And
Yeah.
they're like, dude, I hate
But that was like the entire concert. Like every single band that came on, they were just jamming, and I was like,
your neck is gonna hurt the next day.
"Oh yeah." I was like, "You do you guys," and so that was fun. But Fall Out Boy was fantastic. I was a big fan of Fall Out Boy, and then they broke up, and I was like, I'll listen to them every once in a while. And then their new album came out, Save Rock and Roll, and it's a pretty fun album, and that's what they were on the Save Rock and Roll tour.
Yeah.
And it was a mix of old nostalgia, like Dance Dance and all the songs from Under the Cork Tree and Infinity on High, which
Yeah.
are two fantastic albums. And so when they sang Save Rock and Roll, the song, and belted it out, it was really cool. I just enjoy it. I'm not as big into them now. Wasn't as huge of a fan of the newer one.
Yeah.
Do like Young and Menace, the new song for the new album.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about picking up tickets to see him again, but I don't know.
Yeah.
They've gotten too big. They're expensive again. So
Yeah.
they're really expensive again. So that's kind of an issue. But so what about your guys' concert that you guys went to see?
Well, we went to see City and Color because I got tickets for my birthday.
Oh yeah.
And they were playing at House of Blues in Dallas, and we went and saw them. We ate. It was a lot of fun because it was just me and him.
It's really good.
Me and Lucas.
Took me on a
We're
date,
talking
I
about
appreciate
Lucas.
it, Yeah.
And
Not just pointing at me.
yeah,
I'm here.
I forgot. This isn't a video. But yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah.
It was really chill because it's City and Color. It's not like hardcore.
No, there was no crazy people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole floor of the House
No
of Blues
good
is
deal.
all pit, so everyone down there was standing, but we were up in the balcony, right in the middle. by
Wow,
the
they
way,
were good seats.
they were really good seats. They
Yeah.
were in like the middle of the balcony, top, and like
And just
right in center
right on.
stage. It was cool. It was really cool
Very
seats.
cool.
Like the pictures that I have of that concert are like you thought that I was the photographer probably.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Shout out to my photography skills.
Plug. How was Commentators Live? That's one of my favorite
They
songs.
didn't play that song.
It did not?
No.
No,
Oh,
they didn't play that song.
that is one of my favorite songs because one time I got the idea that
Oh my gosh.
it'd be great to
That's for our embarrassing
Oh,
moments.
yeah, yeah.
Episode, dude.
that it'd be great to play that song while I'm recording myself running because I thought that would be hilarious. Like that would be a great music video for the song. But it ended up just being me incredibly out of breath and breathing over the song. Like
Yeah.
you just couldn't edit out the out of
Make a
breathedness.
musically thing.
Yeah, I should have. Man. But yeah.
But,
That's
uh,
City in
Thanks,
Color.
2020.
I like them and I feel like if you're looking for a chill concert experience, that would be a fun one
Yeah.
to go to.
I like City and Color because what they did live from like apart what they what they did live with a bunch of their old songs especially was like really different from like what the recorded versions were.
Yeah.
And so it was like he did like a new spin on old songs and it was really cool and like really fun, really cool to get into.
The girl was really good.
Oh yeah, everyone you could hear everyone singing. It was really loud.
It's crazy. Dallas Green sounds. I don't know how it's possible, but he sounds better live.
Yeah,
than
he
recorded.
sounds really great.
If it's not the same, it sounds better.
That's what it seems like. One common thing is us enjoying the concerts goes hand in hand with people sounding great
Yes.
live because a lot of the people that we've listened to ended up sounding fantastic live.
Right.
Because I mean, sometimes you don't get that,
Mhm.
and so
We've been very lucky in that point, I think, with only being with me, only going to concerts with you guys. I had never been. City in Color was my first concert, and we did not get
I'll
any.
just hit one because it's kind of
ahead.
funny. But back in the 4th grade, whenever I was a little old 4th grader, I saw.
Oh yeah. I
Oh
know
my
where he's going with
goodness.
this.
I saw Miley Cyrus in Hannah Montana.
You saw Hannah Montana.
Did you say
dude.
Miley Cyrus and
And
Hannah
Sarah
No,
Montana?
listen, like the whole bit of that tour was like she was doing Hannah Montana and then she was Miley Cyrus, then she went back to Hannah Montana, and that was the whole bit of that.
I've never.
Jonas Brothers opened though, so that was
Dude.
cool.
Honestly, if anything, that's worth writing home about.
That should have been my ideal concert. Jonas Brothers back in their heyday.
Oh my goodness, dude. Burning up in the place tonight. That was
Yeah.
honestly. Oh my goodness. The Jonas Brothers? Magnificent.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's funny that they're all like, or like most of them are.
Yeah, except Kevin, I think
Kevin.
he's like a realtor or something. That's not a joke. I really do think he's doing
Yeah.
something like that.
Well, hey.
He's doing like something like a normal person would do.
He's like, I'm tired of this.
That's
and then
fine.
the other two are just like,
Well, he was always kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like all the in like the Camp Rock movies. Shout out.
He's
It was always Nick and Joe, bro.
and then
It was always
Kevin's
Nick and
just
Joe.
like,
Kevin was
please,
just like,
please give me the
"Guys."
paycheck so I can go home.
Yeah, well, we all love music and we all have had some pretty cool concert experience, but let's talk about a little something random. Let's talk about
Random news.
incredibly outlandish. All right, who wants to start it out this week, guys?
Oh my
Who's got a good one?
It was sticking with the music theme. I saw this, so I'll start out. Is that all right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
I agree. Absolutely, I agree.
let me get-
Yeah, do it.
Yes.
the 2004 song by the Killers is still in the charts 13 years. And Mr. Brightside?
Oh yeah.
You guys know Mr.
Oh,
Brightside?
Mr.
Yeah.
Brightside.
In the
Yeah.
UK, that song is still charting.
What?
And it has never left the charts. It's not like, oh, it left and
That's
then
impressive.
came back.
then it came back. It has never left the charts.
That is very impressive.
These are
That's pretty
dudes from
impressive.
Las Vegas.
They're still making a lot of money off of that song.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure.
That's what.
If it's still charting, like, come on.
It's 2017. That song came out in 2004. That impresses me. Like,
Dear Lord.
yeah, it's charted in the top 100 every year, 166 times. Currently at number 93, so it's getting close to leaving. But
But still,
in January, it was number 49.
that's high up
How
there
are
for
there
a top
four-
charts.
That's like
That's
people release albums, and they will never see 49. Mr. Brightside came out in 2004.
That's
And they're
crazy.
still making money off of it.
I
That's
just-
just super impressive.
Well, that song's like that's another song that you hear you just want to sing along with. I learned
Yeah.
how to play that song on
It's just
guitar the
like-
other day because I was like, you know what? I'm
It's
Mr.
just a fun
Brightside.
song. So, and apparently the Brits really love it,
Yeah.
which I don't blame them.
No.
So,
I'm gonna move into something a little bit more random than that, since it's still on the music topic.
Yeah.
But
I know music topic.
this
Yep.
is what
Okay.
the news title reads: Suspected drunk driver crashes car into sheriff's new anti-DUI vehicle.
yep, congratulations.
The
you played yourself.
irony. The
Isn't
irony.
that ironic? IRNOIC.
You played yourself.
Yeah. So this sheriff created these new anti-DUI vehicles.
I'm sorry. Can you explain? Were you about to explain what an anti-DUI vehicle
Yeah,
is?
I will explain. So
Hey.
it looks like
that stops
it-
DUIs.
is it called a taxi or an Uber?
that's the funny thing. It looks like a cab,
Oh,
but it's a police car.
the drunk people get into
That-
the police car?
Yeah, it's
On
basically
purpose?
Well, yeah, but they're gonna be taken home because they're obviously trying to catch a cab.
Yeah,
they're
so
not gonna
you
get
can Call the
arrested.
cops instead to pick you up instead of
like
Uber.
the whole
Is it free?
idea was like they'll have these cop cars that are made up as cabs. On the side of it, it says "Choose your ride wisely." So I guess the whole thing is like choose a taxi instead of choosing the back of this police car. But this guy got drunk
But-
and he ran straight into it.
Am I in
He
a
chose the
police
back of the
car?
police
Am
car.
I gonna get to go home?
He chose the back of the police car.
Am I going?
He chose the back of the police car
With
with
the
his own
front-
car.
Yes, yeah.
With his own car.
Am I going to jail, officer?
But the irony in that whole
Officer?
thing is just kind of insane to me. But
Yeah, it's like, hey, let's prevent DUIs.
let's
we
just
kind
crash
of-
into
yeah.
him instead.
It's kind of ruined. It prevented one from going any further than it did.
Yeah.
Hey, it did stop a DUI. Just
It
well,
just stopped it
well-
very
Well-
fast.
Well.
That was a complete deceleration.
well,
Yeah. All right, Lucas. Let's see what you got.
We're going a little bit more random. This is every one of us, to be honest. Woman charged for macing fast food employees over stale French fries. Nobody likes stale French fries.
I mean, I don't.
Looking at you, In and Out, all your fries are stale.
I definitely.
Have you had their fries? They are terrible. Even if you make them animal style, it's like, oh, thanks for putting cheese, sauce, and onions on these terrible fries.
That's why Whataburger is so much better than In-N-Out.
So what happened was this.
Where was she? Does it say? Please say it was an In and
Was it
Out. That would be
In-N-Out?
amazing.
It was McDonald's.
Ah, so close though.
Yeah. So they're in. I'm reading like more of the story now, but what happened was this lady comes around into the drive-thru, goes through the drive-thru, gets stale fries, goes back into the drive-thru, says, "Hey, my French fries are stale. I would like some fresh ones." Gets in an argument with the employee. Apparently, the woman reached through the drive-thru window.
I thought she went inside.
And no, she was in the drive-thru again.
Oh, she went back through.
She
Okay.
reached through the drive-thru window. An employee threw a soda at her. The woman then grabbed the mace from her car and sprayed it through the drive-thru windows.
Things not to do if you want to keep your job for $500.
The manager of the restaurant was hit directly in the face
That's all.
with the mace.
That's awesome. I hope there's a freeze frame somewhere.
There's a lot.
The woman faces one charge of use of tear gas to immobilize.
There's a lot of points in this story where things just went wrong. Like people just did the wrong
Just
things.
get somebody some French,
Hey,
some fresh
these
French fries.
these French fries are bad. Could I have some other ones? Yes. Or
Let me throw some soda.
Yeah,
it's
seriously.
just like totally ridiculous.
It's just a
it's
funny
just-
story, dude.
Oh man.
Just,
don't know.
just don't read where they're from, but look where they're from.
It happened in a city in Minnesota.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
that's just
nobody likes
nobody
stale
likes
fries.
stale French fries. That's the moral
Nobody
of that
likes
story.
getting hit in the face with a soda.
No one has ever like getting hit in the face with some mace.
No,
No,
I don't think
probably
anyone's ever been like,
like,
"Could I have some more, please?"
That's
Have some more
tasty.
mace, please.
My name's Matty from the 1975. I
The
like
1975.
17. I like
They're
Wes.
from the future.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that concludes our third episode of Bedroom Sessions. You can follow us on Twitter. I don't remember the
sweet.
Twitter handle, but
It's
I'm
probably
pretty sure
at Bedroom Sessions.
it's probably at Bedroom Sessions.
If not, it's probably at something similar to Bedroom Sessions.
I think it's actually a Bedroom Podcast because Bedroom
That's
Sessions.
intelligent.
Bedroom Sessions was too long.
We've also got our SoundCloud, which is where you're probably
listening-
consuming
yes.
this.
You're probably
Soon?
listening to it.
Time to
Yes.
feast, bro.
Our Twitter handle is bedroom_podcast.
Get to the grind.
If you would like, you can
Nose
follow
to the
us,
grindstone.
and you could
Please
also
stop.
tweet us
Make
questions.
gains.
I'm trying to talk here. If you would like, you can follow us, and you can tweet us questions if you want. Maybe we'll answer them.
Yeah, I would love to have a
Q&A.
fan
podcast?
Q&A. It's
Oh my
if you
goodness.
the more ridiculous the question, the better.
Yes.
Like boxers or briefs, that is like too tame for the questions
Yes.
that I'm on. So
Well,
that
keep
question's
it clean,
simple.
y'all.
keep it PG.
That question's simple.
Anyway,
It's boxer briefs.
It's briefs, yeah.
It's boxer briefs
Boxer
together.
briefs.
yes.
What- That's just how you answer? Boxers or briefs?
Boxer
briefs.
briefs. It's the middle
It's
road.
the middle. Yeah, it's middle ground. They're not too baggy, not too tight.
Yeah.
You know, I like
What's the
it.
difference between briefs and
Okay,
boxer
I'm
briefs?
wearing boxer
listen,
briefs.
Listen, if you want to ask us that question, we'll go into this later.
But,
But
for
for
now,
now-
that's the teaser you're getting.
But
So
for now,
Hey,
tweet at us,
whoa.
follow us at bedroom_podcast.
yes.
Check us out on SoundCloud
Which-
soon.
Yes. Follow us on SoundCloud.
Follow us on
Download.
SoundCloud.
Share it with your friends.
Let people know, that helps us a lot.
Smash that like button.
We sound very desperate, so we're gonna sign off
Desperate
here.
for likes. And soon we will hopefully be on iTunes, so you'll be able to consume it in iPod form. So
Yes. So thanks
you
for
can
watching.
download this to your iPod Nano.
All right. Thanks for watching. I'm Caleb. Not watching, listening. Thanks for listening. I'm Caleb.
Hey, oh, I'm Lucas.
And I'm Tanner.
We'll see you next time on Bedroom Sessions.
Get good.